Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for January 8, read by Craig M. from Denny, Scotland. AA Thoughts for the Day. Change. How many of us would presume to declare, well, I am sober and I'm happy. What more can I want or do? I'm fine the way I am. We know the price of such self-satisfaction is an inevitable backslide, punctuated at some point by a very rude awakening. We have to grow or else deteriorate. For us, the status quo can only be for today, never for tomorrow. Change we must, we cannot stand still. It's Bill W., April 1961, as Bill sees it, page 25. Thought to consider. Backsliding begins when knee bending stops. Acronyms. Change. Can helping attract new gifts and energy? Just for today. When? Step 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. Alcoholics who still had their health, their families, their jobs, and even 2 cars in the garage began to recognise their alcoholism. They were spared the last 10 or 15 years of literal hell the rest of us had gone through. Since step 1 requires an admission that our lives had become unmanageable, how could people such as these take this step? It was obviously necessary to raise the bottom the rest of us had hit, to the point where it would hit them. Going back in our own drinking histories, we could show that years before we realised that we were out of control, that our drinking, even then, was no mere habit, that it was indeed the beginning of a fatal progression. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 23. Daily Reflections. Do I have a choice? The fact is that most alcoholics, for reasons yet obscure, have lost the power of choice in drink. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 24. My powerlessness over alcohol does not cease when I quit drinking. In sobriety, I still have no choice. I can't drink. The choice I do have is to pick up and use the kit of spiritual tools. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 25. When I do that, my higher power relieves me of my lack of choice and keeps me sober one more day. If I could choose not to pick up a drink today, where then would be my need for AA or a higher power? As Bill sees it, a new life. Is sobriety all that we are to expect of a spiritual awakening? No, sobriety is only a bare beginning. It's only the first gift of the first awakening. If more gifts are to be received, our awakening has to go on. As it does go on, we find that bit by bit we can discard the old life, the one that did not work, for a new life that can and does work under any conditions whatsoever. Regardless of worldly success or failure, regardless of pain or joy, regardless of sickness or health or even death itself, a new life of endless possibilities can be lived if we are willing to continue our awakening through the practice of AA's 12 Steps. From Grapevine, December 1957. The Big Book quote. Yes, there is a substitute, and it is vastly more than that. It's a fellowship in Alcoholics Anonymous. There you will find release from care, boredom and worry. Your imagination will be fired. Life will mean something at last. The most satisfactory years of your existence lie ahead. As Alcoholics Anonymous, A Vision for You, page 152. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. Everyone who comes into AA knows from bitter experience that he or she can't drink. I know that drinking has been the cause of all my major troubles or has made them worse. Now that I've found a way out, I will hang on to AA with both hands. St. Paul once says that nothing in the world, neither powers nor principalities, life nor death, could separate him from the love of God. Once I have given my drink problem to God, should anything in the world separate me from my sobriety? Meditation for the day. I know that my new life will not be immune from difficulties, but I will have peace even in difficulties. I know that serenity is the result of faithful, trusting acceptance of God's will, even in the midst of difficulties. St. Paul said, our light afflictions, which are but for a moment, work for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may welcome difficulties. I pray that they may test my strength and build my character. from Hazeldean Foundation, PO Box 176, Centre City, MN 55012. This is Transitions Daily. My name's Craig M, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.